I'm Susan, and I'm going to be reading a book called Gertrude McFuzz by Dr. Seuss. This is a story about wanting more than is good for you and how to find the right balance. I hope you enjoy Gertrude McFuzz. Oh, there once was a girl bird named Gertrude McFuzz. She had the smallest plain tail ever was. One droopy droop feather, that's all that she had. Oh, that one feather made Gertrude so sad. For there was another young bird that she knew, a fancy young birdie named Lolly. Instead of one feather behind, she had two. Poor Gertrude. Whenever she happened to spy Miss Lolly flying by in the sky, she got very jealous. She frowned and she pouted. One day she got awfully mad and she shouted, "This just isn't fair. I have one. She has two. I must have a tail just like Lolly." So she flew to her uncle, a doctor named Dake, whose office was high on a tree by the lake. And she cried, "Uncle Doctor, oh, please do you know of a pill that will make my tail grow?" "Tut, tut," said the doctor. "Such talk. How absurd. Your tail is just right for your kind of a bird." Then Gertrude had tantrums. She raised such a din that finally her uncle, the doctor, gave in. And he told her just where she could find such a pill: on a pillberry vine on the top of the hill. "Thank you," chirped Gertrude McFuzz, and she flew to the hill where the pillberry grew. Yes, there was the vine. As soon as she saw it, she started to gnaw it. It tasted just awful, almost made her sick. But she wanted the tail, so she swallowed it quick. Then she felt something happen. She felt a small twitch, as if she'd been tapped down behind by a switch. And Gertrude looked around and she cheered. It was true. 2 feathers, exactly like Lolly. Then she got an idea. Now I know what I'll do. I'll grow a tail better than Lolly. These pills that grow feathers are working just fine. So she nibbled another one off of the vine. She felt a new twitch, and then she yelled, "Whee! Lala has only just 2. I have 3. When Lolly sees this beautiful stuff, she will fall right down flat on her face, sure enough. I'll show her who's pretty. I certainly will. I'll make my tail even prettier still. She snatched at those berries that grew on that vine. She gobbled down 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, till she'd eaten 3 dozen. That's all that there was. Then the feathers popped out with a zang, with a zing. They blossomed like flowers that bloom in the spring. All fit for a queen. What a sight to behold! Like diamonds, and gumdrops, and gold. Like silk, like spaghetti, like satin, like lace, like rockets, all over the place. Some were as long as the branches of trees. And they still kept growing. They popped and they popped. Then finally, they stopped. And now, giggled Gertrude, the next thing to do is to fly straight home and show Lala Lee Lou. When Lala sees this, why, her face will get red. She'll let out a scream and she'll fall right down dead. Then she spread her wings to take off from the ground. But with all of those feathers, she weighed 90 pounds, and she pulled and she let out a squawk. That bird couldn't fly, couldn't run, couldn't walk. And all that night she was stuck on that hill. Gertrude McFuzz might be stuck up there still. If her good Uncle Dake hadn't heard the girl yelp and rushed to her rescue and brought along help. To lift Gertrude up broke almost all their beaks. To fly her back home, it took almost 2 weeks. Then it took almost 1 week more to pull out those feathers. My, Gertrude was sore. And finally, when the pulling was done, Gertrude behind her again had just one. One little feather she had as a starter. But now that's enough, because now she is smarter. I hope you enjoyed Gertrude McFuzz. The end.